Today's all about the PEV connection, a holiday hootenanny, and a whole lot of jumping around. So stick around, guys. I had no idea what to expect from the whole occasion, but brought my trusty steed, the InMotion V14.
I don't think so. I'll let them know.
Yeah, they got 15 minutes till it's supposed to close.
What single event has brought you the most joy as the owner of a PEV shop?
Definitely going to be our grand opening event. We had a little hiccup and a delay in getting some of the product in, so we didn't have a lot of wheels to show like we had hoped. But it was the first event. We had a line of customers out the door, 60 people here, and they were coming up, and we had raffles going. We had people purchasing the product, the pads, the Grizzla, everything was going. And it's the first day I really stopped and I looked around, and everything we had been working on for almost a year at that point, you know, was really coming together, and it was a special moment.
Cutting it off right before each event.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Johnny?
Big mate.
Yes, sir. In the house. I got it updated now.
That's my baby. Never tried it. Best wheel to learn on, in my opinion. Never tried it. It's cute. That's mine.
Which manufacturer is the easiest to work with?
Johnny, come on. We love all the manufacturers we work with. As you know, we're an InMotion dealer, we're a Begode dealer, and newly, very exciting, we're a NOSFET dealer. So the Apexes are coming in with our X-Way order, and we're super excited to see what NOSFET has to offer. And Jack is such a highly respected pillar in our community, so I think it's great to have somebody like him to interact with and to answer our questions and be there for the community for the launch of this new wheel.
The gold standard for extreme events, it always seems, is Red Bull. And when I saw the Red Bull truck there, I just knew that we were in for an extremely awesome time. There was tons of vendors for the mountain bike community. The Red Bull truck itself was an entire stage that was set up. PEV Connection was posted up and had so many people over there. It was just a really hospitable, warm event, and you could tell that the guys put a lot of heart and soul into it. It really made me recognize and enjoy and appreciate the community just a little bit more.
First thing we're going to get into today, guys, is going to be the pump track race.
How long did you have the S22? And what made you upgrade?
I decided to upgrade to an S22 from an RS. I was looking for suspension. I had a trail day planned also, and my RS motherboard, thus. We had an EXN motherboard. Mike flashed RS firmware to it. Then we realized the motherboards are flipped 180 degrees on the heatsink, and we were trying to make all this mounting considerations work and just make it work. We had a trail day planned the next day, so ended up scrapping that. I knew of a local S22 that was for sale, so I sought out my buddy Shane, and I purchased his S22. Our trail day was saved. A year and a half later, after loving my S22, I needed a little bit more power, something with a little different suspension. I wanted to try the hydraulic fork style suspensions, and I went for a different wheel. You're going to see here in just a bit.
I love Rob, man. He's an absolute gentleman. Just an awesome class act. Jumping with all the other people here was absolutely amazing. These bicyclists, it's like I have no idea what happens. It's like they turn off the gravity. I mean, I didn't catch all of them, like the best of them. I definitely didn't catch. I caught some pretty good ones, but man, they make it look so easy. And believe it or not, this isn't as hard as it looks. You just got to get a feel for it. Make sure when you're in the air that you're not tilting your wheel forward, right? Don't tilt your wheel backwards. If you do so, it's going to spin up or it's going to spin back, and you're going to land with a big brake, or you're going to land with your wheel trying to cut out on you. So just make sure when you're jumping at these lips, when you're hitting it, that you try to keep it level, and when you land, try to keep your shoulders in front of the axle so you keep the momentum carrying.
How long should an EUC last?
You know, that's a great question, and I really think it's different for everybody. I have certain friends and customers that have older wheels, some even 7 and 8 years old. Funny enough, there's a King Song 18 in my garage right now that I have to get back to somebody that we fixed months ago before the hurricanes and haven't seen them. But that wheel must be at this point 8 or 9 years old, and I think it has probably around 10,000 miles on it, and it's still kicking. Put a new tire on it. For me though, I do a lot of trail riding, so that means 2 things. Number 1 is I beat my stuff up. Number 2 is I want to stay up at least somewhat with current technology. You know, what was an amazing trail wheel a couple of years ago, like an RS, these days isn't going to keep up with something that has, you know, the pedal height clearance and cush of a suspension wheel these days. So it just depends on the rider.
When jumping, I found that wheel diameter matters. For the thrill and exhilaration, I like the 16-inch wheel format. For distance and height, I much prefer the 20-inch format. The stability is just far superior in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Kick. I be like, I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I be like, I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I be like, I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I be like.
What are 3 proactive steps for maintenance when purchasing an EUC?
I'd definitely say a spare tube is really good to keep on hand when you need it. You really need it. Velcro, another really important one, whether it's pads or a seat or a patch, whatever you want to put on the wheel. Velcro is an item that needs replacing over time. What was the third one, Ivan?
These nuts.
For me, a big one is having a spare tube. Depending on where you are, you might not have good access to one. So get a flat, have a tube on standby, ready to go in. Another important one is gonna be having chip brushes, cleaning the wheel, getting in all the cracks and getting the dust and dirt out. Also really important to keep Velcro on hand. It's an item that sticks on the pads, it sticks on seats, hatches, all sorts of stuff. It needs replaced fairly frequently. On the tools side, definitely a set of metric Allen wrenches, and then you're gonna want a good pump for, you know, the tire, and then if you have a suspension with an air shock in it, you need a shock pump. Important to have as well.
Man, time moves fast, or I just edit slow. So this was a whole lot of fun, this event, but it was a couple of months back in December. There is a big weekend ahead. The Fat Tire Festival in Ocala is happening, and the PEV Connection is making waves. Not only are they selling some killer EUCs, but they sponsored a couple of young riders, Joey Fra and Ezra Murphy. So they sponsored them to take on the Epic 50. That's 50 miles of pure trail madness in Santos. I met these guys at the Jump Jam, and let me tell you, they're the future, dude. They're so cool. They're so sweet. They're so nice. They're so humble. And Rob Lee, Mike Buhl, those are the guys behind the PEV Connection. They're all about building up the next generation and supporting the youth. If you're at Fat Tire Festival, or you just happen to have nothing else planned for this weekend, hit up their booth. Go on down. Check it out. It's going to be amazing. It's a spectacle to say the least, I promise you. Anyway, this is just the beginning, guys, for PEV Connection. I know it. Ride hard, stay safe, keep on rolling. I'm going to let you watch the rest of the competition so you can kind of hear what the judge calls out and everything. But, yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in.
We got Ezra Murphy. Hold on. We have Ezra at 3.5 feet. Jumpers. All right, third one. What's he got? Oh, he's it out. Love to see it. John Sylvester. John with 4 feet. That is the new John Sylvester. 4 feet. Let's go, Jay! Let's go, Jay! Drop in. He's going to
Damn! Boy, it's good.
That was a good result right there. Let's wait on Caleb to see what we got. We have a new height to beat at 4.5 feet. America, what's he got? Go! Oh, big. They didn't use that lander. He don't need him. We have in America at 3 feet. You, man. Me and you. What's he do? What's he go? Yeah. We have him at 3.5 feet.
Is this only for one wheels?
Yeah.
3.5 feet.
Oh.
Benjamin in the high vis.
Up.
He tucked it up a little bit too. That's a new technique right there. The EUC riders. Who has he 4.5?
Joey.
Gotta do it right there.
That's Joey.
Suffice it to say, community is what makes this so much more fun, guys. I had a blast at the holiday Hootenanny. What's the last event that you've been to and truly enjoyed? And here's an uncomfortable close-up of Joey, just for reference. Take care, guys. See you soon.
I promise I won't steal from PEV Connection anymore. Please just let me go. Please.